everybody. Welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday and it is July 13th. We do have a board meeting this morning that'll follow our morning broadcast of This Day, and that will be the United Board Meeting. It will be televised right here on Village Television, as well as you could participate by going downstairs to our boardroom and sit on the outskirts of the boardroom itself. So, all right, on our show today, we do have Jeff Parker here with the Laguna Woods update, and then we also have the City of Hope, and we speak to a nurse there who can tell us all about what's going on with the City of Hope and how they help you to deal with certain situations where before you couldn't have someone with you, but now you can have someone sit down with you. So we'll talk to her about that. All right, let's take a look at our weather. We are looking at quite nice weather here, like we normally have been for the last couple weeks. We have already burned off our fog this morning, and we are looking at 82-68 today, tomorrow 82-64, Thursday 80-64, and we're gonna drop a little bit. Friday, some low clouds and sunshine, 79-63, and then Saturday, 79-69. Our sunrise this morning was 5:51, and our sunset will be at 8:03. Now, this is a photo that was sent in by Cole, so thank you so much, Cole, for sending it in. This is in Mammoth, and that is Rainbow Falls. So it's nice to see that there is water at Rainbow Falls. If you have a photo you'd like to share with us of maybe a destination that you have visited or a destination you would like to visit or have a plan to, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. When we return, we will be with Jeff Parker, so stay tuned.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
Silver
and gold. Consider it sold.
The Jewelry Box of Lake Forest will buy your gold, diamonds, fine watches, coins, and sterling serviceware, regardless of condition. With metals at an all-time high, now is the time to sell. Visit us in person or shop online from the comfort of home.
Silver and gold. Consider it sold.
At the Jewelry Box, it's about trust.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Jeff Parker here. Welcome. Happy Tuesday to you. And you weren't here last Tuesday, but welcome back.
Yeah, first time in July, right?
That's right. That's right. And I know we said we weren't going to do this, but we do need to talk about COVID a little bit here. We've got some upticks in some numbers.
So just a small uptick. What we're seeing with the Delta variant out there is that people that are not vaccinated is where you're seeing the uptick. And so 331 cases. We were way down below 100 in cases. So that's a pretty good uptick, and they've seen that for the last couple of days. So just want to make people aware of that. Now, the good news is that the hospitalizations are still way low. So that's all we've talked about how important that is. Unfortunately, one death. I did want to mention relative to the village numbers that we're at, which is encompassing the whole city of Laguna Woods. We were at 422 cases and with 50 deaths a month ago. And as of yesterday, now they haven't updated today, but we're at 425 and 53. So we've gone up 3 cases, and all 3 cases are correlating for some reason that there were 3 additional deaths in the community. So the importance that I wanted to mention was that it's still important for people that are non-vaccinated to wear their mask when they're going inside buildings, whether that's restaurants or wherever their activity is, that when they're inside, if they haven't been vaccinated, it's kind of on them to do it. There's nobody out there that I think is being the mask police anymore. Certainly we're not doing that there. But just out of the courtesy for others who have been vaccinated and others who haven't been vaccinated that you may be in contact with, wearing the mask is the best thing to do. So I just wanted to mention that. And onward and upward, as we say, we've reopened, and we're having more and more activity here at the clubhouses and at the community center, and we notice people walking in. We just want to make sure that everybody is safe. That's what it comes down.
Exactly. Yeah, there has been a lot more activity downstairs. People are getting back to socializing. We've been interviewing several of the clubs who are very excited about having their meetings now in person at the clubhouses. So certainly welcome relief for the most part.
Absolutely, and getting those reservations. Last week we started getting the reservation process going up for between the clubhouses between now and December, where individuals can go in and book a room. And we were in a sense overwhelmed with the number of people. We had over 100 people that came in that first day just to seek reservations, because they're so hard to find anywhere else out there in the community.
Oh, okay. So now, but then should those 100 people should they have gone online to do this?
It would have been easier for them to go online, but they're wanting to come in and talk to the staff. So we had a special setup on the very first day down at Clubhouse 1 where we had our recreation staff ready to go. But it went all day because we had so many people, and so there were some people that had to wait a little while because it takes about 20 minutes. In some cases 30 minutes to process, because they're coming in and ask for multiple reservations. So people lined up and people had to wait a little bit, and we're sorry for the wait, but we did get everybody processed that day, so that's what counts.
Okay, so yeah, I know they wanted to come in. However, it did put quite a strain on the staff to have that many people all day there. So if in the future they would like to make reservations, they should go to the ActiveNet, right? Okay.
Correct.
Okay, good. So, hopefully they can do that next time and not have to go, down there and wait in the line and,
make it easier on both.
Try there first, and then if that doesn't work out, then go down.
Make it easier on both. Yeah.
Okay. All right, excellent. Now, we have been talking to the boards, and most of them were up to their eyeballs in budgets.
Exactly.
And now they're going to be up to their eyeballs in a few vacancies.
Well, they have that. I'm going to talk about the budgets real quick since you said that, and I'll segue. So this week is what we call our first big budget week, and we start Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with all of the boards having their individual budgets presented to and this is all the work that they've done, the boards have done already, and staff has done, pulling all of our pre-meetings together. And so this is the first kind of overview of the full budget for each of those mutuals. So Wednesday will be GRF at 1:30, and Thursday will be United at 9:30, and third will be Friday at 9:30. And we're still working out the details with regards to whether or not it's going to be virtual or not. So we'll make sure when that announcement gets out there, how that's going to be, those meetings are going to be run. But either way, people will be able to watch and participate from that perspective.
Okay. Are they, now I did mention earlier that the United meeting is
today
following.
Is here and in the board.
So they can go downstairs into the board meeting and sit outside, well, not outside, but in the outskirts. Okay, I wanted to make sure that was still correct.
But with regards to the budget meetings, we haven't
Oh, whether or
definitively
not
set
those
that
are,
up.
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, all right, good. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the vacancies. So we've
Yeah,
got
so
third.
yeah, so third has a vacancy right now, and that's due to Debbie Dotson got elected to GRF, and so that created a vacancy in third. So they started nominations. People can submit their applications. Nomination process, as we call it, started July 6th, and that ends on the 20th. So
Okay.
if you're interested, you can contact the corporate secretary, and they can give you all the information, and that's available down there with Cheryl. Cheryl Silva is our corporate secretary, and I'll give you the phone number there in a second. And that closes on the 20th of July, and then they're going to make their appointment on the 27th, the Tuesday the 27th. So that's a quick turnaround for that vacancy that they want to fill. The telephone number for Cheryl is 949-268-2383.
Okay,
And that way, if you have any questions, you can get a hold of Cheryl, and she can give any of the candidates if you're interested.
Okay.
The other one I wanted to mention was in the larger scheme of the elections coming up in the fall, the nominations open June 30th and close July 30th for United. So I wanted to just mention that. So it's a month-long process where people can submit their applications. Then the ballot itself is mailed out in the latter part of August, and then the actual ballots are due back in September, and then they're counted in October. So that process is now underway as well, as far as people coming in, saying, hey, I'm interested, I want to get the paperwork, so that they get that paperwork in by July 30th.
and is that also the same location to go to the corporate secretary?
Yeah, corporate secretary as well.
Okay, wonderful, well, good. Well, great, I'm glad that you were able to be here and give us an update, and we'll have you back next week, and hopefully we won't have to talk about COVID numbers.
Hopefully not, and we'll talk
hope not.
a little bit more about how things are going out there in the world of getting all our activities going and opening up more, and how we're doing with regards to those activities.
Sounds perfect, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, stick around, we've got the City of Hope coming right up.
Freedom Village Skilled Nursing offers rehabilitation after surgery with our team of on-site therapy professionals. We are proud that our quality care measures are recognized by Medicare. We support you with your recovery with a caring staff and registered nurses around the clock. Freedom Village Skilled Nursing is conveniently located near 3 hospitals, open to the public, and offers private Serenity suites. Call today to experience first-class care for your loved one.
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the foundation of Laguna Woods Village.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Melissa Sadikoff, who is here on behalf of City of Hope. Well, Melissa, thank you so much for joining me. It's very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Now, we meet a lot of people from the City of Hope, and I'll tell you, there has been so much activity with you guys with, Newport Beach, and now, of course, the Irvine Great Park. I mean, every day there's something new, and Annette has been so great in keeping us apprised of what's happening. But today, you and I are going to learn a little bit about you and go into some other things that are great for seniors and also some supportive care services that are available at City of Hope of Newport Beach. So first off, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I have a master's in social work. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I am the social work program specialist in the Department of Supportive Care Medicine at City of Hope, Newport Beach.
Okay.
Some things that I provide are counseling and support, clinical interventions to our patients and families. I help our patients navigate City of Hope to make sure they have access to our many different resources and supporting their practical and emotional needs. At City of Hope, we make a promise to each patient to hold their hand and to never let go. And supportive care at City of Hope is an essential part of delivering on that promise. It's a specialized interdisciplinary team that works together to make sure you and your loved ones never have to face the challenges of cancer alone.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a pretty scary time for a lot of people. And I know through COVID, it was not that great because you had to be alone, right? And you weren't able to see people, even though you guys provided iPads and things like that so people could FaceTime. While it is nice, it's still not the same, right? I mean, like you said, they didn't have their loved ones with them.
You're right. And that has been probably some of the biggest struggles for our patients and their families to be separated during one of the most distressing, frightening times to be given a cancer diagnosis. We have been really creative, like you mentioned, with FaceTime and Skyping and MS Teams. Thank God for technology. And including families in every office visit, up in chemo in our infusion center, including families via, again, all of those different technology platforms. And also I have, and our doctors too, have been very creative where we've even gone out into the parking lot and met with families too. I mean, our patients and families have been super adaptable and understanding, but you're right, COVID has been a big challenge for us in delivering the services that we're used to delivering. Yeah.
But now that things have changed, we now can go back to the majority of what you did before, which is great. So tell me a little bit about how things have changed now. And even though you do say self-care is something that they can do on their own, which we'll get a little bit into some of the recommendations that you have, but let's talk about when they do come to your facility, what are some of the things that are now available that they didn't get to do before?
Well, first off, we're now allowing family members to attend clinic visits with their loved ones. So that's been really, really good for patients because of that support. And also, I'm now able to meet with families and the patient together, which hasn't been happening because we've had to do it either in the parking lot by phone, and patients, I would meet with them separately. We're also have increased like our support services here, where now we have volunteer services being offered as well, which is also a shift, and offering support groups and such so that patients are getting the necessary support as they navigate their cancer diagnosis and treatment.
Oh, that's great. And I'm sure people are quite pleased with that because like we said before, it's a little frightening to be able to be in there by yourself. And even though you do have people to help them, it's still not the same. So that's good news. Absolutely. Now let's talk about some of the self-care methods that you guys recommend. I mean, there must be an awful lot of ways that we could try to calm ourselves down or not be anxious. So I'm interested to know which these must be things you can do regardless of what your situation is.
Absolutely. I mean, self-care is certainly crucial for our City of Hope patients and their families, but this is for everyone, because doing self-care improves coping, feelings of well-being. It helps with stress reduction. It improves our sleep. And also specific to our patients, doing self-care activities also can impact in a positive way the side effects of the treatment, where it can counteract the side effects. Also, self-care increases patients' desire to stay engaged and not allow cancer to take away anything more from them, because I hear from patients that they just feel like cancer's just strip them of everything and now with COVID as well, strip them of everything that they could do. And I always encourage my patients and families to try something small each day and make it routine. And then of course, expand on those self-care interventions.
Now, if now self-care obviously is important if you're alone or with someone, but what if somebody is coming into your facility and they don't have any loved ones? I mean, they might have a friend or two, but maybe that friend can't come with them. What is, I mean, I know you explained a little bit earlier, but what does it mean to the patient to have the supportive care that you guys provide?
So we always ask a patient, tell us about you. Tell us about you outside of cancer so that we can learn about who they are as a person, as a human being. And of course, one of the things is we want to hear about their family and their support network and learn about them, because we never want our patients to navigate cancer and cancer treatment alone. Because like we talked about, it's one of the most distressing, scary times for a person to be told, I have cancer. So if we learn of a patient who has a limited support system, I'm often brought in and I am that person to help them navigate. I am that support to them. We sit down, we talk, I learn again more about them as a person, and we problem solve and determine, in fact, do they have, sometimes patients don't want to burden others and they say, oh, I don't have anyone. And then in talking with them, they have friends and family from church and temple and neighbors and people who love and care about them, but I don't want to bother them. And I said, I am 99.9% sure that they would want to support you. And so let's talk about that. I always tell patients and families too, if they're not coming to City of Hope, wherever they go, they need to ask, do they have an oncology social work? Do they have a supportive medicine department? Do they have a psychosocial oncology department? Because that's who's going to support you during this time.
That's really interesting because my father sometimes says that to me. He goes, oh, I don't want to be a burden. But you know what? We don't ever think they're a burden. We're here, we're family, right? So we'll do whatever it takes. So that's really great that you're able to kind of dive in and get underneath where they're hiding those folks and those feelings. So, well, that's awesome. Well, you guys have a wonderful program there. And one last thing I did want to ask is, I know you said you may be called in. Do you have multiple people that are volunteering to sit with someone if you aren't available?
So we do have 2 volunteers right now. We're trying to expand on our volunteer pool. So we love getting volunteers from the community. So please, if anyone's interested. But yes, so our volunteers, also our nurses, our whole interdisciplinary team and my Department of Supportive Care Medicine are incredible. And we all jump in, pitch in to support the patient during this time.
Okay. Well, it was very nice to meet with you. I appreciate you taking the time, and good luck to you and your services over there at City of Hope.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And if you would like more information about what we just discussed, you can go to cityofhope.org/OC. We'll be right back.
City of Hope is speeding cancer research and treatment to Orange County.
Hope allows patients to know that they can get through the process and be okay. Because if you lose hope, then you really are not fighting. And so hope is extremely important in a patient who's diagnosed with cancer.
Welcome back. I wanted to give you those numbers one more time. If you are interested in participating and being on one of the boards, you want to give a call to the corporate secretary at 949-268-2383, or you can call 949-268-2295. All right, well, you're going to get your bulky item ready, and they're going to be picking up July 17th. What you need to do, though, is you need to let resident services know that you do have something for bulky item pickup. You want to call Resident Services at 949-597-4600. And then get ready, because the baby boomers just are so excited that they are having their disco night. And it's going to be a high-energy disco Saturday night dance with the disco freaks. And you can get your tickets now, and it'll be at Clubhouse, or you can buy them at Clubhouse 5 on the day of the event. If you have any questions, call 949-415-8030. And then Comedy Club is back, and they have Don Friesen, and he's going to be at Clubhouse 5, and that'll be on Thursday, July 2nd. And if you want more information, you can call Surrey at 949-454-1572. All right, let's take a look at our weather one last time before we head out. It is looking quite nice. Fog is already burned off. We do have some scattered clouds here and there, but otherwise it's looking pretty nice today. 82-68, 82-64, 80-64. Then as we approach the weekend, some low clouds and sunshine on Friday, 79-63, and then Saturday, 79-69. Have a great day in the Village, and don't forget, right after our morning newscast, you can watch the United Board meeting that will be live right here on Village Television. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Captain America.
Watch HGTV.
Netflix.